Welcome to Nuke's Fitness Podcast. My name is Manouk Vink, and after having struggled with my body image and my fitness journey for more than 10 years, leading me to all sorts of extremes, I have now finally cracked the code on how you can achieve a fit and toned physique without extremes and restrictions. Now, being a certified nutritionist and personal trainer, I have made it my mission to help women achieve their body goals by feeling empowered through fitness instead of being afraid of foods and being controlled by the fitness industry. In this podcast, I will be sharing with you tried and true methods on how you can finally achieve your dream body and tell you the secrets most coaches won't. So if you are tired of working your ass off without getting results, or you feel like you're putting in all the work but not seeing change in the mirror, this podcast is for you. I will be dropping some fitness truth bombs so you can start taking control of your body goals while still enjoying life. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy the show. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Nuke's Fitness Podcast. Can you believe it? This is my 10th episode. I've been sticking to it for 10 weeks straight now, and I'm so grateful for whoever is listening to my podcast. I hope you're enjoying it, and if you have any recommendations of topics that you would like to talk about or any questions, please feel free to message me. Send me a message on Instagram or via my website. You can find all the links in the show notes, and I will be happy to answer your questions. And it will inspire me to talk about different topics that you guys have questions about. But for today, we are going to be talking about how you are going to get back on track or how to get back into the swing of things after you've been away on holiday or after you've taken a long break from the gym. And it's going to be a short and sweet episode because I'm going to give you some tips and some tricks, and they're going to be quite easy to apply so that you can finally start transforming your body, or so that you can get back into the swing of things without making it too difficult. So funnily enough, it's been the theme of the day today. How to start or what to do to get back into the swing of things. I've had a member in my NUSA program who had injured her back in a non-gym setting. So out of nowhere, she picked up something easy and light, and apparently it was strange. She has a toddler, so I think something went wrong there. And so she'd injured her back, and she had to take a little bit of a break from the gym. And then after that, as soon as she's able again, or as soon as she was able again and recovered, it is very important to get back into working out and making sure that you strengthen your body. And that is another reason why it's so important to strengthen your body and to make sure that you don't have these injuries happen to you, and also so that you recover quicker when these injuries happen, because these injuries happen, they come out of nowhere sometimes, and it's good to be strong and have a good foundation for these things. And that is why, another reason why it's so important to have a stronger body and to work on your fitness. But so she recovered quite quickly actually, but still, a little bit hesitant because she had this injury for a little while and it came out of nowhere, and she had to get back or she wanted to get back into the gym. So I coached her through it, and now she had her first session and she already feels stronger, and she's excited to move on to increasing her strength again. So she left a very beautiful message in the chat, in our group chat, saying how she's so happy that she's back at the gym. She's already feeling stronger and she's excited to get her progress moving. And if it was up to her and she didn't have our group, that she would feel like she may stay stuck in this place of not going to the gym, having been out of the gym or having been out of her routine for such a long time. And at the same time, the same day today, my mom called me and we were working together to improve her workout program, because I want to get her on a better, more structured workout program. And I was going to help her with that. And I'd been texting her like, hey, send me what you've got so far, what you've been doing, so that I can adjust your exercises depending on, what you want to achieve. And of course, what I think is a better approach for you. And she kept not responding to it. She's like, yeah, I'll get to it. So she called me today, and first we chatted because we like to chat. And then after that, actually, she said that actually the reason I wanted to call is because, I know I need to send you those workouts, but I'm struggling so much with getting back into the swing of things. And so what I said to her is, okay, what happens is we get out of a routine, and when we've been out of a routine, depending on if you've been on a long break, if you've been on holiday for a couple of weeks, if you injured yourself, if you've been sick, whatever it is, or you just fell out of your routine and you want to get back on the horse and you want to get back into a healthy, structured program where you're making progress, working out, working on your health, focusing on your nutrition, being able to reach those goals again. It's always very hard when you fall off that bandwagon and when you need to get back into it. But the reason it's so hard is because we make it hard. We make it such a large mountain to climb. So as you're sitting there for the weeks that you haven't worked out, and then okay, Monday I'm going to start. Then you don't do it on Monday. It's like, okay, Tuesday I'm going to start. Tuesday I'm going to start. Then you don't do it Tuesday. It's like, next week. I'll just do it next week. Next week is a fresh start. We'll start next week. And so what happens, do you think, is you keep pushing it up because this mountain becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're like, oh my God, I have to go to the gym. I don't want to do it. I'm so weak. I don't think I can do much. I don't know. How do I begin? Where do I start? My advice to you is just start. Just fucking start. That's it. Just go. And you're like, yeah, Manouk, you make it sound so easy, but it's not that easy. It's that easy. It's that easy. That's what I said to my mom. I was like, Mom, what you got to do, you got to take your calendar, pick a time that you can go to the gym, schedule it in, and then just go. Just go. And I know you might be thinking, okay, yeah, cool, but she's got a workout program. What if I don't have anything? I get that. Totally get that. You don't know where to start. I highly recommend, of course, finding a workout program to work with first because that will make you more motivated. But if you don't know where to start, then take small steps by, first of all, searching for a workout program, or of course, I have a free challenge that you can join, so you can also do that. But if you are still on the verge of like, where do I start? What you can do is find some workouts or find an instructor, at least ask them where to begin. Just enter the gym. Just at least enter the gym. Just go. Just book it in. Do a workout. I'm sure you know some sort of exercises. Even if it's going for a run, even if it's going for a long walk, even if it's doing some exercise that you've done before, I'm sure you've all done some sort of exercise before. Just go with what you know and enter the gym. That's step number 1. Schedule it, enter the gym, or do a home workout. Whatever works for you. Just get that one session in. Just get that one session in. And you'll see once you've gotten that one session in, or book a class. Once you've gotten that one session in, whether it's booking a class, whether it's going for a long walk, whether it's running, whether it's actually having your workout program and going, you've already taken that mountain and made it into one small step. It all starts with one small step. And that small step, it's like a tongue twister. That one small step, you just got to take it. You know where you want to be. So what you need to do is you need to already start acting like you're there. So what would that future version of yourself do that is in the position that you want to be? Would she hesitate working out? Or he, whoever's listening? Or would that person just go? Think of what that person would do. And that person would probably just go. And I'm not saying that you're going to wake up every day when you have this new version of yourself after you've done that one session wanting to go to the gym. But you got to just keep practicing this. Me too. I woke up this morning. I was being lazy. I was like, I don't want to go to the gym, but I'm just going to go. You get there, you get it done. And once you get it done, you'll feel so happy that you did it. And then you're like, oh, that wasn't so hard. So this big mountain that you've created in your mind about how much work it's going to be and what you got to do and oh my God, and how am I going to start? Suddenly becomes a lot smaller because you started. You took that first step. You went to the gym. You did your workout. You did what you said you were going to do. And now from that one small step, it's going to be so much easier to take that next step. So instead of making it such a large obstacle, such a big, scary mountain you got to climb, just take the first step. Make it a smaller thing. Make it a smaller thing that you're looking towards. I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's a couple of examples that I can use. For example, when I go running, if I start thinking about how far I need to go, it becomes a whole lot more exhausting than if you break it up. What I used to do is I'd look at landmarks, and I still sometimes do that when I go running. I'm like, okay, let me just make it to that restaurant over there, or that light pole. How do you say that? Like street lighting. Let me just make it there, make it to that tree, and then see how I feel and if I can keep going. And most likely, once I've hit that landmark, I can keep going. If I look at the end destination and I go, oh my God, I still got to go all that way, I probably will give up. And I don't know if anybody resonates with that, but I 100%, I feel that way. And even the other day, something that isn't even related to fitness, but it applied to me in my work. I'm one of those people that I can put a lot of pressure on myself. So I was like, oh, I got to get this done for my work. I want to do this for my NUSA members. I want to make sure that I record these videos. I want to do this. And I get sort of overwhelmed. Like, I don't want to do it. You become procrastinating, I don't want to do it, because you get this laundry list of things to do. And then you're like, I don't want to do it, because you've got this laundry list that you're telling yourself that you have to do. And then yesterday I decided to take a day off. And I was like, oh, you know what I could do right now? I could probably just edit some of those videos. And that's my day off. I took a day off on that day. So I allowed myself to have a day off. And then I was like, that's my day off. I'm not going to work. And the moment I took that pressure off, I was like, oh, I could probably do some work, because it wasn't becoming overwhelming. I wasn't piling it on top of myself. I was allowing the work to flow. I was allowing it to just naturally occur without a deadline. And for me, at least, that works. And then you just, what I'm saying is, because now I'm probably sending conflicting messages, don't put pressure on yourself, just go. But it's like putting the pressure on yourself that you have to reach this end goal. So if you think of where you want to be and how much work it's going to take to be there, then of course it's going to seem like a mountain. Of course it's going to seem like all of this work that you don't feel like doing. But if you take just one small step and you take the pressure off and you make it more of a fun experiment where you go, oh, I wonder how it will be once I've gone to the gym that one time. Make it more free flowing. And then you just start. You just go. You just enter the gym. And just enter the gym. Or start that workout if you don't want to go to the gym, or if you're working out from home. Just look up a workout online. I would rather you follow a structured workout program. This is against everything that I'm preaching for. But just to start, start with something that you know and just do it. Just do that one workout. Just get that one exercise in. Just get that one session locked in. Once you've done that, you'll see how easy it was. The workout may not have been all that easy, but after you've just jumped, after you've just done it, you've just started. So you've started it off. You've taken the first step. and now you can go. You know what I mean? Now that pressure is off because you've taken the first step, and you'll probably realize that that mountain wasn't as scary as you thought it was. It probably wasn't. So once you've done that first session, then you start looking at, oh, hey, that was pretty good. Let me see when else I can go. So make it like, start with bite-sized chunks. Start with small little steps. And the same thing goes for nutrition. You know, we all have this misconception that you're like, oh my God, I have to follow this strict diet. I don't feel like dieting because I want to eat my chocolate. And I know I have a dinner then and I want to go for drinks with my friends. And I've got this planned. And then I have to give up this. And then, I'll start then because then I know I've got nothing planned. How do you think that's going to go for the rest of your life? It's not. It's not going to go. You can't do that for the rest of your life because your whole entire life, there's something is going to be going on. There's always something going on. There's always an event or something unexpected, or, you want to enjoy yourself. There has to be a balance. That is exactly why I created my membership, to create that balance, to show you that you need to find a lifestyle where you can do both. So stop when you start making it this big mountain, this big scary thing that you got to do, then of course you're not going to want to do it. That is why all these coaches always say you need to make a lifestyle change. It sounds cheesy, but it's the truth. You need to you need to make it part of your life. It needs to be something that just occurs naturally, that isn't so difficult to do. So when you've been out of the loop for weeks and months, or even a couple of days, and you're struggling to get back into it, just take a small step. So even with nutrition, don't look at the large mountain that you have to climb. Just start at looking what you're doing right now and make small adjustments. Take it in bite-sized pieces. So look at your nutrition and I would say start increasing your protein intake. Just start there. Just start looking at your meals and start going, oh, can I have a source of protein with each of these meals? That doesn't sound like such a scary big mountain, now does it? That sounds like something fun that you could experiment with, at least for me. You could look at like all the foods that you're eating and, oh, I could add some protein there. Oh, I could add in a snack there. Oh, I could do this. Just take a small step instead of thinking of, oh my God, I got to count my calories now. I got to do this. I can't eat bread anymore. Everybody's so afraid of bread. It's really funny. It's not that scary, guys. Bread is fine. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I always hear this like, oh my God, can you eat bread? Yes, of course you can eat bread. It's not going to kill you. So, just take it into, stop thinking of all the things that you can't do. Start thinking of the things that you can start implementing that are easy bite-sized pieces. So think of the positive things that you can start implementing instead of the negative things that you start having to get rid of. Or the negative, because they aren't negative. They're also parts of enjoyment of life. Taking a rest day can be something that you enjoy. Eating a piece of chocolate can be something that you enjoy. So it's part of a healthy lifestyle. It's just, in certain amounts, it shouldn't be something that you just overindulge to make yourself feel better. You know what I mean? So there has to be this balance where you're able to enjoy the food that you're eating, but also eat in a nutritious manner, and you move your body and do it in a way that you enjoy, that doesn't feel like a mountain, and it doesn't need to be as difficult as you may think. So my advice to you is to just start. Just start with the smallest step. One step at a time. Don't think of that giant mountain that you've got to climb. Just take the first step. Just take the first step. Sign up to that gym. Buy some equipment for in your house to do some workouts. Do a body weight workout at home. Go for a long walk. Go for a run. Book a class. Just do it. Just do it. Just go and do it. One thing. Start with one thing. Same with nutrition. Go look at how you can increase your protein intake. Think of how you can make your meals slightly healthier. Think of the small things that you could probably leave out so that they will be healthier. How can you reduce your sugar intake? And how can you increase your protein intake? Just start there. That's it. Even if it's implementing one portion of fruit a day because you feel like you're not getting enough fruits in. That's it. One step at a time. And after you've taken that step, see how you feel and do it again. When you get comfortable with that one step, then start adding things in. And you'll be surprised how quickly that goes. Just 1 week at a time even. 1 week you go to the gym once, or you work out once. Then the second week, you see if you can add in another workout session, or you check, hey, how can I improve my nutrition? Do that the second week. See how that feels. Does it feel easy? Does it feel like you can take another step from there? Then add in another workout session. Now you're going to the gym twice a week and you've increased your protein intake. Do you see where I'm going here with this? You slowly but surely just take little steps and just see how you feel. Take small little steps, see how you feel, then start worrying about the bigger stuff. Then only later on, when you start feeling comfortable with that and you're like, okay, I'm going to the gym 3 times a week now. I'd like to make more progress in that. I'd like to, challenge myself a little bit more. That's when you start looking at those things. And of course, I am a big advocate for having a workout program that you can work with immediately, because in my experience and with what I've noticed from my members and my clients is when you've got a workout program to work with, you already feel so much more confident. And honestly, in my experience from myself is, and also my clients, by the way, is that when you've got something new to try, you get excited for it. So whenever I got an updated workout program or a new exercise that I wanted to try, I got more excited because we like new things, right? I got more excited to go and try it out. It's the same thing that even try this, buy yourself a cute gym outfit. When you buy yourself a cute gym outfit, don't you want to go wear that and show it off? So if that incentivizes you to go buy yourself something cute and then go to the gym so that you can show it off. So the two messages is get yourself a cute gym outfit and get a workout program. No, seriously, a workout program that's structured and that you know what you need to do makes life so much easier and makes it more fun, and you feel less lost when you go to the gym. And you have something that you can sort of refer to. Then you go into the gym and you know where to begin. You know how to start. You know what to do. So I think it will help you. If you don't have that right now, then I suggest either just going and following a class to get yourself started, but then after that, for sure, try to find some way to get a workout program. And as you know, I have them available on my website. So if you want to get one of your workout programs, then you can get them on my website. Or at the end of, in less than a week, after I release this episode, in less than a week, I will be launching my free 5-day challenge. And in that challenge, we will literally be tackling everything that you need to know to get started and to get moving and to finally get that toned physique that you're looking for. So I will coach you for 5 days straight on 5 topics to get you your toned body, to get you losing the stubborn fat, and how you can implement these things and stay consistent with these things. So I will give you tips and tricks on your workout program and how you'll even get a bonus little workout program to start with. So you'll get tips and tricks on how you structure your workout program. We'll talk about nutrition. We'll talk about staying consistent. We'll talk about, how you can set your goal and what you need to focus on depending on your specific goals. So we're going to be going through all of that inside the 5-day Dream Body Challenge. So I always link it in the bottom of the show notes. So if you want to join on the 26th of August, I will be starting with the first live challenge, and you get a workbook so that you can track your progress and everything. So it's an awesome way to get back into it, to get back started with your fitness, and on top of that, you get so much coaching from me with so much valuable information on finally achieving your body goals, and some fun bonuses to help you increase your protein intake. And we're gonna go through all of it. So it's like a little mini free version of my membership. So go. If you don't know where to start, I highly recommend to join us. It's free. It starts next week. And I mean, what better way to start than with a group of us who all want to start doing better in our fitness journey, who all want to make that first step, who all just want to start. Because that's what you got to do. You just got to start. You just got to start. That's it. Even if it's one step. You don't have to climb that entire mountain immediately. If you always think of, imagine if you think of it in business, right? Like if you're starting at the bottom of your career and you already are thinking about how am I going to get to the top level, of course it's going to help get into that mindset of who you should be, but it becomes so much scarier than if you just take that first step and just get good at what you do right now and then build from there. And there's a difference, because I know I say, you got to think of the version of yourself that you want to be at, when you've achieved your body goals, or when you're at that best version of yourself. When you envision that person, it's supposed to empower you, because it's supposed to show you that you already have that person within you. So you are very capable of becoming that person. It shouldn't make it like a mountain or a scary thing that you need to achieve, but it should empower you and make you feel like, yes, I am that person. And if I were that person, what would that person do today? And that's a very different thing than setting a hard goal for yourself and being like, I need to look like that by the end of November. Is that Tuesday, August, September, November? By the end of September. Let's make it a smaller jump. By the end of September. And then becomes scary because it's like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. Oh my God, that's such a short amount of time. No. Just start feeling the energy of that person that is the best version of you. And imagine what that best version of yourself would do today. Just today. Just think of today and maybe tomorrow. And then work from there. One step at a time. One small step at a time. Just go do it. But you got to take that step. Because if you keep staying where you are, then nothing's going to change. And what's that going to bring you? You're just going to keep overthinking it. You're going to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you know what? Once you take that step, you're probably going to be like, oh my God, what was I freaking out about for so long? That's it. Because we're very good at making things very big and very scary when they are not. When I started my business, for example, my fitness journey is one example, but a business is something that maybe is easier to understand because it's so tangible. I remember thinking, how are people making an ebook? I wouldn't even know where to begin. And if I just sat with that and just made it scary and big, I would have never taken the first step. I would have never had the platform that I have right now. I would have never created the membership that I have now. I would have never started a podcast. I would have never done any of it. And the same thing goes with fitness. If I just thought, no, but it's going to be how am I ever going to look? I'm never going to look like a bikini fitness model. I'm never going to be able to do a bodybuilding competition. That's impossible. And then if I only looked at the end game and thought, oh my God, how am I going to get there? I was never going to get there. What I did instead, I took one step. I took one step towards it. And then I took another. And then I took another. And I had fun with it. I was like, oh, I wonder if I follow this diet for this long, or if I start changing my nutrition for this long, if I start training like this for this long, I wonder what would happen. And guess what happens? You achieve what you set out to achieve. I'm sorry, those are my dogs. I think it's time to end the episode. So the moral of the story is, beautiful people listening to this podcast, if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, if you are feeling like, I don't know where to begin, I know I want to get fitter, I know I want to work on my body goals, I know I want to live a healthier lifestyle, I know I want to do better for my body, I know I want to achieve a certain physique and be more confident and empowered, I know I want that. You have that desire, which means you can do it. But you're like, oh, you're making this mountain larger and larger. Just take one step. I'm sorry. Marvel agrees. Just take one step and just go do it. One step at a time. And I'm going to help you take that step. Like I said, next week, Monday, we start with my free 5-day Dream Body Challenge. You can join the free challenge. Just click the link below and come join us for 5 days where I'll be coaching you 5 days straight. They're short coaching sessions, so it will fit into your day easily with a challenge attached to it to get you finally achieving those body goals. And I will help you take that one small step that will finally get you closer to that future version of yourself that you know you can be. Well, if you don't know it, I know it. So that is my main tip for you getting back on track after a break. Just get started. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope to see you next week and to see you inside the challenge. And we are going to get you that dream body. I believe in you, so you should believe in yourself. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast and you feel like you got a lot of value out of it, it would mean the world to me if you would rate and review the podcast and share it with someone who you feel like would get a lot of value out of it. In the meantime, come hang out with me on my Instagram @ManookFink, or join my free challenge, which will be linked in the show notes. It's academy.nooksfitness.com/join-challenge. If you can't remember that name, check the links in the show notes, and I hope to see you there.